hard to know what's a good total here in that this MI New York batting lineup will need to fire. Game of the season. Now the Washington Freedom, who've also made one change, they've sacrificed their spin option.
Good contest here. 3 plays 4, and it's a tussle all the way through to see awake, I suppose, at the beginning. Ensure a fast start with high intensity. I'll say early in the tournament. We're close to the middle of it now, and played beautifully. Not about that. It's about effectiveness and making sure you can get your side over the line. Here's an and runs well, nearing 11,000, and at a pretty healthy strike rate too.
Just like I've learned from you, Paul. Take it nice and easy.
Always.
Starts off with a beauty. First 2 games, he was economic. Then, against LAKR, he was just over the top. That's what you want from an opening bat, to try and take advantage of the fielding.
That's a good shot. With regard to what you've delivered, and you don't want to be going according.
Confidence. Very nicely done. Maybe the confidence coming from that 93.
Excellent movement. Really easy as you like in the end, but you look at him here, right on top of the bounce and through it nicely. Picks the gap as well. Just opens the face of the blade to make sure it doesn't go too.
Little tickle. It goes down towards the boundary, off the.
It's just batting side, my New York. That's off the straight and doesn't quite swing or go away from the right hand, and margin for error 2 straight.
Just out of reach. A good attempt. That loss.
Excellent. Easy enough. You creep up ever so slightly. Get punished. That was too full. Spectacular the dive.
Quinton de Kock is trying to make something happen. Just hasn't quite worked for him. And
reacts to the fact that he's coming at him. It's the pitch back of a length. So can't just hit through the line there, has to adjust also to the jag.
This is a man in form and definitely high on confidence at the moment. It's good.
Know each other so well, that have played against each other, USA, and so what it means is that Manan Patel is well out.
Washington Freedom making one change with Ahmed back into. Nicely threaded through by Quinton de Kock.
Using the pace. Well, Maxwell right on the stumps the whole time, and he is there just about. Excellent hands. Plays that really late, and he bisects the 2 fielders behind square. It's up for them.
Lovely. That is just wonderful to watch. Moment.
A shot of a man in form. Way he takes it is brilliant. It's so slightly short, and he knows he just has to.
Didn't go anywhere.
Just helped along because of the ill-line delivery.
Can't miss. You cannot miss to any left-handed batter. Way turned around, walked back. And a message to all young bowlers: if you bowl a poor, white balls are.
I think he predicted the change of pace, Quinton de Kock.
Yeah, he picked it. Take the ball to the leg side, just bouncing before. So we'll be given Edwards, given the fact that the offside field.
All 10, but they're going powerfully as well. on a good batting surface from both ends.
New York learned from probably the Texas Super Kings from last year. Yes, Faf du Plessis scored 100, but even he said after the game they were about 20.
Clean, very clean from Quinton de Kock, who's, if you're a Freedom fan.
Well, here we go. Kock, he is on the move, on the charge. Seeing the... He's starting to walk and move towards the bowler, an NTT 6, 256 feet. Perspective. Well, first time we've seen Glenn Maxwell bowl in the Cognizant MLC.
First ball after the power play, though, they lose a wicket.
Oh, it's the golden arm of Mitch Owen. He's picked his fourth match, and he seems to have a knack, clipped nicely. A Cognizant clutch catch there. Mark Adair coming in off the boundary. Monak Patel, unfortunately, he departs for 32. MI New York lose their first
scores for Pooran to begin the Cognizant MLC Season 3.
Yeah, even with that shot, literally single digits in the last 3 innings.
That's what he's capable of. Just needs talented players. 79 for 1.
Yeah, really good shot, got in good position. Found the middle of the bat, eyes right onto... was trying to slide it in and just missed. First boundary for Nicholas Pooran.
Yeah, be quiet this little period. Good, very good on the boundary again by Mitch Owen. If you cut loose any more, Danny, we're in real trouble.
Oh, with a capital T, we love trouble this season for Washington Freedom. So, I think about Maxi.
Haven't really used spinners, but they'd be very frustrated with that, because that should have been stopped. Spin here from Maxwell, but it starts with a boundary.
Yeah, naughty. Keep saying this, and it's really favoured about as you do want spinner. It's pace off, wrist spinner or an off spinner, that is, oh. Ian Holland.
Straight he goes. And this is just showing Nicholas Pooran. It's been a dark time for him, but maybe it's turning around.
It's just make the heart skip a beat occasionally. Gee.
Power. Beautiful from Quinton de Kock.
No smothering there from QDK. Got this rather sweetly. Little off cutter, change of pace, eyeing up another half century. Already hit 6 fours and now 2 maximums.
Open the face, runs it down. 50 T20s. He has 700s as well. He is a special player and he can get you off to good
Understandably, this fellow, what a great all-rounder. Keeper, opening batter in T20, in all of the forms of white ball cricket that he has played in the game.
He's looking to display his power again, but this time around doesn't get hold of it. Sometimes you're using it to good effect or not. Maybe not this time around.
Get in that footage from San Francisco of Holland, and right on cue, he yells out to his mate and goes, QDK, see you later for 55. It's now 1-4.
Against the Seattle Orcas, 50 undefeated in that successful chase. First ball he faces, he carries on from where he... 118 for 2.
They've continuously mixed it up. Especially when that batter is Nicholas Pooran. who's capable of this type of destruction. And
looking to go into the pitch, but fine legs up in the circle, and if you're anywhere near that leg, yeah, easy pickings really, and it's a free hit if you like, because even if
went wide, you feel hard done by Adair, but Brace.
Looking in front of the wicket there. Not a whole lot of bat on it, and therefore doesn't.
Another change of pace. That could have been interesting. And for MI New York, 137 for 2 off.
Don't you?
Again a change of pace, and again the denial of a boundary. 43 for 2 after 15. Now as a batting coach, but the Freedom's first wicket to spin, Pommy, hitting with the wind.
It's a really well bowled over with the knowledge of what the batter's trying to do, and he hit his mark.
Difference in who makes the decision on which roller to use.
Okay, so the captain of the batting side that comes 1 ton, the heavy roller is about 3 ton.
And then how are they making?
There's that slower one into the surface. Tennis ball type of bounce. Mind it, Lisa Stalaker has jumped in. Stellas. This is though from the bowlers tonight.
Yeah, and this is what Jack Edward does. It was wide of off stump, so that allowed Bracewell just to free his arms.
And just to get a little sighter, get a feel for the surface and the pace and stuff, and the bowlers he's up against. And hello, and goodbye for 4. Tempo. 17 done, it's 159 for 3. Owen. And went slower. Travelka, yeah, no one's going to get anywhere near this. A little bit of guidance, and had to hustle Bracewell in the end. Well done.
Yeah, just a little clip nicely, just moved across and helped it. It's really important that Bracewell and Pollard really do accelerate. We saw last play as well.
Into a gap. Yeah. Yeah, Ratch and Revenge was just been told first boundary after 10 balls. Yeah, bowler didn't like it, but it was always running away with that breeze, you see. Breeze would have helped that.
The last 30 deliveries, just the 40 runs for 1 wicket. He was just trying to get right to be able to dive, and then it probably was tailing back into him. And when you're going full pelt.
So come on, Mr. Pollard. It's your job. Very good at it too, just quietly. Alan Pollard, but oh, tight. Getting those, what you said, the tree trunk of a bat. What about the tree trunk thighs of the big guy?
To director. Collected and short. I have a decision for the big screen.
Oh dear, Mr. Pollard left those running shoes at home, the sprinting ones. Throw, a little skimmer. Yeah, and he's about a foot short. 10 to 12 inches. And Pollard 9 from 9. Hashtag not good enough. 173 for 4 here. And again, Bracewell knows he's got to go. Back to back. New Zealand directory number +64. Beauty.
Been brought on by the previous one, being hit over deep mid-wicket, has to go a bit too wide. You can see Bracewell, both his feet are behind the popping crease.
3 to go. Bracewell into the 40s. Yeah, just not enough of those 6s, I'm afraid.
A 6.
Hasn't quite gapped it. Hello, hello. Bottom there, is it? Come back for 2. Yeah, Heath Richards just on that. Yeah, he's only a youngster. And they'll pop 2. Another one of those, well, not really a bingo score, but 188 for 4 in 20, Lisa Sthalekar. Don't think it's enough, do you?
And Co can capitalise in the first 6 and maybe get something a little bit bigger than around that target. Can their bowlers do the job? Really, Monak Patel, Quinton de Kock, good opening run partnership. Didn't lose
Play consistently. Played 11 matches and he was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I suppose the list.
Now Washington Freedom chasing. This is the 3rd time this season they'll have a chance at chasing. In the previous city of chasing a total. And right now they're 50-50 on that record. Will be under the lights as well. Who knows, maybe it might even come onto the bat a bit better. And he's enjoyed batting with Rachin Ravindra as well. I had a little chat with him before the game and he said he's really enjoyed. First ball, he decides to attack Trent Boult. Sends a message straight away.
And it's a no ball as well. Oh my. There's the free.
Yep, got to have some part of the foot behind the popping crease. Lovely. Talk about the talent of this man there.
What he has is a fluent swing of the bat. Taller than you might think, is probably 6'1", 6'2". Oh, so good. Dispatched. I think he likes it as well.
Leg side it goes. Runs in the first over for Washington Freedom. The defending champions are away.
You only want to bowl 6. You don't want to be giving your opposition.
One-handed going straight as well. And as sweet and clean as you like.
Slower ball to start, and that's why the hand comes off. That is how straight the swing of that blade is. It's straight through the ball. Yes, it's slower. Oh, just over. Pollard is and is so good when it's on the fence. He's the one you'd want there, but it didn't help this time. Couldn't get to it.
Clears the front leg and allows the hands to come through.
Be able to hit through the line. They'll also have, because of how well they went with ball in hand in the latter part of the innings, that they've got to make hay when the ball's still hard and new. Another hit.
And now jumping to the leg side to allow him some space through the 6 without loss. Wonderful hitting from. Tried to follow him, cramp him for room, but it didn't happen. More runs, leg side for Mitch. No answers to the onslaught.
Yeah, just ever so slightly too straight. Can't be there with that field. No protection back there. Oh, no. And to boot, not making their task any easier.
Naveen Ul-Haq will be so happy with that and relieved. Such a tough one for him. But here he breaks a dangerous opening partnership.
Ball. Face off. Crashes in. Ravindra gone for 10. The Freedom 45 for 1.
Lovely. What a way to get yourself off the mark, even though it hasn't been his best season.
Slow motion replay, but when he played it, it seemed as if it was in slow motion as well. Shortish, wide.
Right. Little mini battle in a way won by the bowler.
The inside edge It's just at the right time. That is crashing into. Oh, goodness. Yep.
Seen a couple of wonderful strokes from the right shots. Two really glorious moments.
Timing and placement. You watch him play that, just lead blade, and he's got to make sure he gets it through the covers. Yeah.
He picked the slower delivery well, Andreas House. Down the ground as well. 65 for 1 after 5.
Off cutter.
Long on. Just watch it. You could put 3 Kieran Pollards there.
Mitch Owen is such a hard batter. So tall. He's got great long levers. So if you stray on the full side.
The scoring rate sometimes can deplete and decrease. Maybe if Mitch Owen is at the crease.
Yeah, he's going to be the key, isn't it? He's threatened so many times. And I think there's a few people potentially getting to triple figures throughout this tournament.
Does that a lot. He really uses his feet against pace.
Yeah, he's a good, busy player. Naturally, he comes at bowlers, comes to Trent Boult, knows exactly where he's going to bowl fellow countrymen, and is able to kind of...
They're deep in the innings. But he's deep and scoring and...
Well, he's certainly entertaining this crowd that have come in. And there's a lot of players around that Grand Prairie Stadium signage because they know they're in the fight. An NTT 6. And then there's a fight for the ball.
He goes again, this time though, doesn't have the same... 3 wickets. He fights back, like MI New York.
Picked the leggy. Just the bat closing slightly, so it meant that it didn't find the meat of the bat. So it didn't... But he departs for 60 off just 26 deliveries. And the freedom now... And
Jack Edwards, who is used to batting early in the innings, bats in the top 3 back in Australia.
But sometimes starting with spin can be difficult. Well, maybe not so much for Jack Foot to get things going.
This Freedom team attack. They've got depth, even though they're miles ahead of where they need to be in the asking rate. They continue to go.
Got off to a hiss and a roar. And now, yeah, just milk it around a little. And now 100 for 3 after 9. He's so wily, and he's so good at little cutters and changes of pace, and then bowls a heavy. No is the call from Edwards, and rightly so. So he can do this to you because I think batters now.
Yeah, pure example of the change of pace on a Washington Freedom team that was built last year on the backs of really a no-holds-barred attitude. Think about
the ball. We're now almost halfway through. Changes of pace, and then all of a sudden he'll roll back the clock. And bowl.
It's a genuine outside edge, and to add insult to injury, it'll race away to the rope for 4.
Pack the positive energy to achieve good health, happiness, success, and prosperity.
So more than happy to just play my role, and yeah, it was good. Good effort by the boys to sort of peg back.
That has been the variations. Back of the hand slower ball, the leg cutter. Where have you learnt and mastered those variations?
Well, I'm not good at just happy to be also playing county cricket, and this is a great opportunity in the major leagues as well. So
to coach. What has been your biggest learning from being a part of the Cognizant MLC for a couple of seasons?
The way I sort of build my overs and just sort of having that mental capacity to just be good.
Don't really have to find any trouble. It's MI New York that have to do the prowling
so far.
Been brilliant in the field, MI New York. How are they going to come about this wicket? What do they need to do?
Just fielding like that. And what it does, it just
real subtle. Washington have to go big, or is it more of a case of MI New York?
Yeah, well, New York are chasing the game. There's no doubt about it. They're asking, and they'll just keep noodling it around. We've almost had 12 overs, so don't have to flick.
Well, make sure you fill in Grand Prairie Stadium. Go to MajorLeagueCricket.com.